Welcome to another episode of Two Whites and a Blue podcast. Getting more and more lax by the week, it seems. Mike has changed his hat. Will's showing up late, and if my
I
arm
want a
was
button up today, though.
yeah, but if my arm was any further back over this chair, I'd pull my shoulder out of the socket. My name is Joey. I'm here with Will and Mike, like usual, and we're talking about a few things before the show, which we will get to. Quarantine topics and things that interest the people. But before we start with that, let's talk about what we spent our money on last week. Who wants to start this little foray into finance?
Yeah, okay, want me to go? All right. I'm gonna stop asking every week and just go.
How many books did you order this week?
Know your role.
I honestly, I didn't spend anything. I don't think this week. I took my truck out a couple times, but I haven't needed to get gas yet. Other than that, I'm pretty sure. Did you? Yeah.
Just got
got gas.
Just got it.
Shit. How much is
I haven't
that?
been to a gas station in 2.5 months.
So Will, you
You're
didn't spend
not
any money
missing
this
out.
week? You didn't spend any money on anything?
No.
No Amazon orders?
No Amazon. No new Amazon orders. Things came in.
Bit of a qualifier there.
But no new ones.
Hmm.
Huh?
Bit of a qualifier there, yeah.
And a bit
What?
suspect too. Detecting a lie here.
This guy's been spending $300 a week on Amazon this week. 0.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
No, I ramped it down. I got everything I need now, man. I fucking scraped Amazon dry. I'm good now for a while until they add some new shit.
Is there any withdrawal from not buying anything? You think? Cold sweats?
I'm still on it every day looking at it. I just didn't buy anything.
True.
Oh,
I'm just
man.
tempting myself.
I honestly noticed I do so much less online shopping because I'm not at work. So like Mike was over at my house today and kind of heard like part of my work day. It's just phone calls. It's just me working the lines. But I don't like sit at the computer looking at like one screen of like Outlook, the other screen of Amazon. I don't do that at home.
And put it into perspective. To put it into perspective, his work day, he's having some conversation with somebody. And then he comes back, he's like, yeah, you know how that conversation went? And he pulls his shorts, and then on his leg, he's just writing LOL in pen. That's how much of a joke the conversation was to have.
Are you like in the third grade?
There. Yeah.
Oh,
I could just imagine like the amount of like eye rolling in that conversation. You're just like doodling LOL on your fucking leg.
Like I have like a running pad of stuff that I'm just constantly writing stuff down on going back to, which I think a lot of people do at work because you just have so many. Yeah, you have so many conversations during the day that at the end of the day and the next day and the end of the week, you try and go back and like cover as much base as you can. And so I had the pen, I had the pad out, and I'm just like sitting here on my phone. I had my leg up like this. And I just started drawing.
Oh, this looks like this will work.
I actually started drawing that first L like a graph. Like it was going to be like a line graph.
What the fuck?
And I was just like, LOL. This is out of control.
This is a great phone call.
Time for me to wrap it up.
So disrespectful.
Yeah.
And nothing, Will, eh?
I don't think I spent $1. I tried to. I called Rock Chapel to try to get a tea time today, and I was going to call you to see if you wanted to come rip, but they didn't have one. They had one at 6:40, and I was like, no, I can't.
I was there today.
I know, I saw you. Yeah.
Me and Red went to go to the driving range, and I was just like, yeah, if we can walk on. Let's just go play 9. He's like, yeah.
Call in, though.
No, that's what she said. She's like, we're not taking walk-ons. It's only tea time, only appointment tea times. We're like, oh fuck, man! Like, just let us go. Like, I'll pay you $30.
They were busy as fuck. I'm sure. Anyway,
so
they
busy.
didn't have
the
a
driving
tea
range.
time till. Yeah, I bet. That's
Packed.
what she said. I couldn't get a tea time, and she's like, oh yeah, but you can come to the driving range. I'm like, yeah, I know. I did.
Thanks.
I wanted to go play a round of golf. It's all good though. Yeah, but yeah, so maybe they can make them 7 days in advance. So maybe I'll make one for next Friday afternoon, and we'll go rip.
Are you guys like? Are they missing? Like, do they really care that much about like the social distancing thing? That's why they're not taking walk-ons, or do they have another rationale for that?
No, they're just
Rock Chapel's not that busy.
Packed, man. They're packed.
They're just packed.
It's like legit. No, because everyone's off, and then for some reason.
Whoa! We're supposed to be working from home.
Okay, sorry. Everybody is not at a vicinity which is called work.
You can work on your iPhone from the cart.
Holy fuck! Now.
And then you're just taking lunch and playing a 9.
Quick,
you can do 9.
You're playing
you can do
golf.
9 in an hour.
Oh my god!
But they are busy as fuck because I called and then I asked for tea time, none today, and they had one no, I didn't want to go on the weekend because it'd be too busy. So I asked for Monday, and they had a couple on Monday, and I tried to make one, but you can't do it for singles because they're too busy. They said we're not taking singles.
Well, they don't have. There's no carts at Rock Chapel, right? You got to walk your shit.
No, they got carts. They got carts, but no. If you use a cart at Rock Chapel, you're a piece of shit.
You know what? I actually think the only time I played Rock Chapel, I took a cart. So thank you for that comment.
Well, Joey, you know how much of a piece of shit you really are. Look at your leg.
Fecal matter. LOL.
Yeah. No, we everybody's off, and then because you can't do anything, right? Like technically, now the people that are golfing, these are the same fucking people that are just going to the mall to walk around. They can't do that anymore, so now they're going, I might as well just go play golf.
They have
or
a name.
Something.
Those people have a name, seniors.
Retirees.
Yeah.
Call them idiots.
It's also
mouth breathers.
It's been so long without being able to do anything, and now it's so fucking nice out. And golf courses are open. It's gonna be busy for fucking ever.
Yeah, of course. I'm playing tomorrour at Norwood.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, Sab booked an appointment on Monday.
Or
an appointment.
Is Norwood even club link?
I don't think so. No, it's just like a course. I don't fucking know. I never played that. I just said, he's like, you want to go golfing on the weekend? I'm like, yes.
Norwood's nice. It's a nice course.
Yeah. Never played it, but I'm whatever. Fuck it. But yeah, we had to do it a week in advance.
Yeah,
and it's expensive, man. Like you each have to get your own cart, which is annoying.
Oh yeah, true. That sucks.
Have you guys ever been to like a charity golf event at a nice course? Like I'm curious as two guys who golf for fun and are pretty good at it, I would imagine.
Thank you.
Maybe fucking not
me. Well, fuck, you're both better than me for sure.
For sure.
I've golfed like 5 times more often at charity events than I have on my own time. And so I suck at golf, but I'll go to these and I always see like people who are at the event who obviously play 18 on their own accord whenever they feel like it, and they're good. And so I wonder if you guys have been to charity events, do you hate like the leisure or less than leisure golfer participating in the event because it just takes you so much longer to make it through a day? Because those days are long, man. Even if you
they're long.
3 hours is a long fucking day.
They're long,
3 hours. 3 hours is a fast game.
For 18?
It's fast 18.
4 is like average.
4 is average. Okay.
Yeah, I've been on the course like 5 hours. Like for doing but usually charity events, it's best ball, so you kind of it's way more fun and less competitive. Yeah. You're just kind of chilling with your boys and stuff.
And there's holes that are not competitive at all, right? There's driving holes and closest.
Yeah. The events is different. If I'm just playing, and it always happens that I have something to do after, and I'm following someone, I'm like, I don't get mad per se, but I'll be like, okay, come on, fucking.
I'm following, fuck yeah. If I'm following someone and I'm waiting at every single tee block, then I'm getting pissed.
But in the same regard, if I'm with people that are slacking off, which we have those friends, I stress out. I'm like, okay, let's go. There's people behind. You not see those people waiting on the tee blocks and that bug you? Just go. It drives me crazy. Drives me crazy.
If there's people behind us and we're with people that are slacking, I definitely am stressing too. But if there's no one behind us and we're with people that are slacking or just shitty at golf, I'm down because I think it's jokes.
Yeah, if there's no one there, I don't care. If there's someone behind me, I'm I feel it in my chest. I'm oh, fucking hurry up, man.
Yeah, or just be hey, we'll just let them we can't just let every single foursome play through. We had to eventually play a hole,
What's the worst round of golf you guys ever played in terms of experience, not in terms of score? What's the worst round you've ever played?
Oh,
because golf really it's as much about the people you're with as it is about the round you play.
Oh yeah, totally.
So what's the worst one you played?
I don't know if this is the worst one, but I can remember a specific time right now. There was a kid, a pretty good buddy of mine, and he's not a golfer, but he likes to golf. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
He likes to come out, but this kid.
Yeah.
I would put myself in that category.
Okay. But he doesn't understand the etiquette of golf whatsoever. I'm not that I'm not serious, but just quiet down for a minute
by yourself.
But just if I'm about to swing, maybe cool it on the conversation. You can have a conversation with your buddy, quietly on the side. That's fine. But I'm in the middle of my backswing, and this kid asked me a question. I'm like,
yeah.
all right, man.
I know,
fuck, what are you doing?
I
Like, what the fuck?
I always think about that though. Like that's such a weird thing in golf. Like in basketball, I remember growing up, free throws is the thing that everyone talks about in basketball as far as like crowd distractions. And I can remember like a year where basically we went from playing in like elementary school gyms to high school gyms playing rep. And high school gyms are all the same. They have bleachers most of the time behind the backboard, and the backboard's clear glass. And so from the time you're like in grade 9, there's fucking parents 50 years older than you fucking waving behind the backboard trying to get you to miss free throws. I always wondered this playing golf. Like, why do you really care that much about your golf score that you tell your buddies to like mute it when you're fucking in your backswing on like a rec 9 or rec 18? Like, do you really care that much?
You shouldn't have to.
But why,
Yeah,
why does it matter?
Right,
why does it matter?
It's just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't care if you're having a conversation with someone else. This guy asked me a question in my backswing. That's a bit different. Like,
but you don't want that. You don't want that at all.
No, I'm fucking thinking about my shot. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, it's not like you can just sit there. Like, it looks easy, but there's a lot into a swing. Like I just corrected a bunch of shit today, and if someone's talking to me tomorrow, I'm going to fuck up because I'm not like I'm thinking of every little thing I have to do to hit that ball straight.
Sure.
Because it's hard to hit it straight.
Yeah, and I think that
range? Go ahead, Will.
I think that like if someone like fucking like yells when you're on your backswing, or even like when you're like right about to swing, it'll fuck you up a lot more than if you're doing like a free throw. Like someone like yells at your free throw.
Like if they're yelling, that's one thing. But if you're like having a conversation, if I was having a conversation with you guys and I walked up to shoot a free throw, it wouldn't affect me. But if you yelled something to purposely distract me, I'd have to change my mindset, right? That's a different story, I think.
Man, but this is perfect because I remember a good like one of mine and Will's best friends. We were playing around. It was probably the 4 of us, and like there was 4 of us. Sorry. And this kid, he on my backswing, he did that. He just goes and he fucked me up.
That's not
so
right.
Then I was like, oh, it's on now, man. It's on. And the whole game, I just sat there and I just gave him a look like every time he'd go up to swing, and I just would never say or do anything. And he said that made it so much worse. Like just the anticipation of me doing something and then never doing it. He said it fucked his whole game up. Fucking with the pro, man.
Living in his head rent free, man.
Right, made a fucking nest in that bitch.
The only thing,
the only
thing I kind of think about the distraction thing in golf is that if your buddies distract you, there's some, albeit minor, but they still are there, financial repercussions. You got to replace the balls you lose if you.
Yeah, true. And
it's a potential $50 round.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
and you're
pricey.
paying a lot of money to go golf too.
Yeah. I know he wants a $6 ball.
Someone asked, I think it was Sean. He was like, "Yo, how many times do you think you could yell on Mike's swing before he just walked off the course? Like if every time you were just like every swing you made, everyone's like ah, and then you'd be like, all right, man, I won't do it again. I swear to God, I won't do it again. And then do it again.
And, dude, Sean thinks that my temper is so bad. I would never walk off in golf. It would get to a point where the first couple.
You don't think so?
Really? No. Eventually, it would just be funny as hell because I just would be like, oh, okay, like fuck you. Okay, I see how this round's going.
Would you at
least fucking do that? I would never walk off. Like,
would you at least send the rest of your party up in the cart or with the bag and then hit your ball like when they're on the path and just wait till No,
I would just accept that they're gonna fuck with me the whole round, and then I would just
have
take
to
the
eat
whole
the
round
round
as a joke. Yeah, I couldn't get mad. It would be if I was like 15. It would be 3 holes, and I'd be on my way home.
Well, I think if you don't get to in the first 4 or 5 swings, then you'll be good because you kind of get it. But I think a few of you threatening to do something, and then everyone be like, "All right, fine, man. Last time, I swear to God, we won't do it again." And then we do it again. I don't know. I think that would be hard for you to get over.
What is a round cost at a private course? I think a public course like Shadok, I think costs about $35 without a cart.
On the shitty course, yeah.
Yeah.
So Martin's 35.
I used to go to this course in Brantford that was private for a charity event.
Oh, what is that called?
I don't know, but there's a really nice course out there that I've been to a bunch of times, and I enjoy playing there. But I've never paid to play. But I remember thinking that the green fee was pretty expensive. I think it was like
easily over $100.
I was gonna say it's 3 figures, right, to play at a private course.
$100, yeah. At Dundas,
you have to go as a guest too. You can't just go. You can't just walk on.
You gotta know a member. You gotta know a member.
You gotta go with the guest and be like, yeah, okay, and then pay a green fee.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be spending some time doing that this summer, but I kind of want to because there's nothing else going on. Like there's no other athletic competition. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I talked to Pete, our beer league quarterback, earlier this week, and so let me start this with we'll pay our dues here. Pete's dog, who you guys never met, old dog Cooley, passed away.
Shitty, man.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Cooley, named after
Kevin.
Storied. Who's Kevin Cooley?
Don't worry about it.
He's named after a storied Redskins fullback and tight end Chris Cooley from the mid 2000s. Good tight end. And
okay.
Yeah, so the dog passed away this week, and I was saying to Pete, sorry to hear that. If you ever want to take your mind off things, let's get together, throw the ball around. And so I think this week.
Come play with my dog.
Well, we might do the throw the ball around thing. But speaking of amateur athletics, we've talked a bit on this podcast, like here and there, about like beer league football and all that shit. Back a year ago when we started, or 6 months ago when we started. Who's ringing a cowbell right now?
What's going on there? Is that you, Will? You stirring a tea?
You can hear that through that?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like
what?
Sounds like you're herding cattle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's jokes.
Town crier.
So we talked about amateur athletics. You guys didn't get this message, I guess, because you're not registered for whatever these other services are that send these things out. But players, or not players.
What the fuck did that mean?
Just wait, well, because
we're not elite, Will.
No, you've never run a team. If you run a team, you get.
Oh, okay.
So Steve and I and Al Mastro got this email, and
the other elite.
These guys at Soccer World are running a summer outdoor league, no entry, no down payment required. Put your team name in, and if they get fields, great. If they don't, well, that's okay too. They'll eat the cost. So these guys are thinking about this, and I was kind of thinking to myself today, unless these guys know something I don't about football and we can actually play, I'm gonna have no athletics this summer. That's why I think I might start playing golf because I got nothing.
Golf athletics though.
It's at least competition.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like what else?
You're gonna lose every time, but yeah.
I don't care. Whatever. I'll get better. It'll be fun.
Man, and it's one of those sports that you can go pro in your 40s.
Yeah, fuck.
You're never giving it up. You can go pro.
I don't like when you guys talk about
money.
things I don't like when you guys talk about things that I can do in my 40s.
What things that are within arm's reach for you,
it's
Joe?
It's upsetting. I'm only 32 years old.
But if you commit yourself now, you can be PGA Tour quality by the time you're 45.
You guys know that there's another outdoor league starting for over 35s.
You gonna join it early?
Yeah, no, fuck. I'll never play in that league, man. If I gotta play in that league, I'm hanging them up.
No kidding. You'd fucking rip it up. I hate to say it, but that
for sure.
Would not be fun
football
for you.
too, like
the guys,
hockey I can see, but football.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about the guys that fucking, not just me, but you guys too. And you guys are not as young as you think you are. I think.
I'm fucking getting old. I can feel it.
And so you're still every week we're still fucking dusting guys. For me, they're 10 and 15 years younger. For you guys, they're like 7 or 8 years younger at least. And still, they don't even fucking hold a candle, right? I'd never join a 35 and over league. That's fucking ridiculous.
It'd be fun for 2 games.
Yeah, you'd be like, it's creating a player in Madden. You'd just be overpowered right away.
Well, that's when all the try-hard comments go, what are you doing? This is just for fun. It's like, no, you just fucking suck, man.
Yeah, you're not as good
you
as
would be getting fucking hassled, though, if you were giving her out there.
I would, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Because you have to give her out there. You just based on principle. You have to try as hard as you can. Just show them what's up.
But look at you play your hardest.
Yeah,
man. Half the teams in our fucking football league last year was just like guys that were way over 35 and so overweight. Like, they can kind of hold up, but they need other people to run for them. They need designated runners.
As bad as they were fucking trying harder than all of us. They were just coming up short.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying so hard, they're freaking out. And I'm just sitting there like,
man.
oh, sorry, man. Like every time I would chase a guy down and I would get him, he would be so pissed, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna do it again in 30 seconds, and you're just gonna be the same amount as pissed as you are right now. Take it easy. It's gonna happen again. Just play the fucking game. I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Yeah, like stop being surprised by it.
Yeah,
like, you gonna beat me this time? What, you just train on the side? No, you didn't do anything
like
different.
The same thing's happening.
You had
like, don't get mad at me because you're fucking overweight.
Your wife just brought you a hashi from Tim Hortons, so you're not fucking on the next drive.
Time to go down to the D League, buddy.
Your wife and she's here wearing your Oakley sunglasses and your monster straight brim hat. She just brought you a ice cap. You're not getting away. You're not getting away.
Well, it's like, man, when I get beat, I'm like, yeah, fair play. The guy was a better man. Good for him. All right, like, it's cool. I get it.
Okay, as much as I want to talk about this, we've now done 20 minutes on what Will spent his money on. So, Mike,
right, I was waiting for that segue.
Fuck, we do it every week. It's a tradition now. What did you spend your money on, Mike? Anything good? Anything exciting?
Well, I bought gas, as I mentioned.
I don't care about gas. What I really want to talk about is your hat. I want to talk about.
I got a hat today. I bought a hat today. No, I do want to talk about.
I was wondering.
I went back to work this week. I'm back at work now.
You're employed.
Yeah, I'm back at work. So now I had to buy. Yep, thank you. Appreciate it. So I had to buy gas, groceries, all that shit's back again. And then, I was just sitting there. I had to retire.
You retired the grade 10 hat?
I'm not retiring it, but if you can't see, those aren't mountains.
I've never seen a man with like this much sodium excrement from
that is because this is now a workout hat. I wear it all because I have a fucking mop now. I don't know if you can see this, but I have wings coming out my ears. I've never had that before.
I saw it in my house.
Never had that.
I was going to offer to cut your hair.
But wings nonetheless. I've never had that.
This is a workout hat too, and I've had it for so long, and there's like a little bit.
Well, you're not fucking trying as hard as me.
Yeah, but Mike has shorter hair, Will, so your sweat's not going to get to the tip of the fucking, the follicles there.
And I think I just sweat more than you anyway, to be honest. Like, I fucking leak. Like, when I get home from a run, my that whole thing, like, that's not even a fucking insult. That's just genetic. I just sweat. Like, whatever this part, what's this part of the hat called?
The crest?
Like, is that it? The crest, like the front part? That's soaking wet when I get home. It's soaked.
In the hat manufacturer business, I am positive they don't call that the crest.
Whatever they call it.
The front panel.
Not the beak. Not the beak. The front. Yeah, the front panel. And I wear my hat backwards, and it's.
You also wear it to work every day, right?
No, I don't. I wear a hard hat. No, I haven't been wearing. I've literally just been wearing it to go running because my hair got out of control over the COVID. It got out of control.
But it feels good, I bet, with the hair going through your locks.
Oh, I love it. That's why I bought a new hat. I'm committed. I'm probably not going to get a haircut. I'm just going to wear a hat now.
I miss my long hair so much, man.
I'm gonna rip it. Yeah? Just fuck it. I'm gonna wear a hat. That's why I bought a new hat.
Man, I know. I kind of got over my hair. It's long as fuck, but I like how it looks under hats, man.
It's the hat, man. If I can wear a hat, fuck it. I don't really care what it looks like. It even comes flares out of the back and shit, man. You seeing this? Like, it's fucked. Like, I can just pop it up.
It has much volume.
That's pretty much
no volume. Volume's up here, but
that's one of the key metrics for if the hair comes out of the back of your hat. That's one of the key metrics you need to meet to be eligible for social assistance, right? So you're up there. You're up there right now. You can probably apply for some kind of government loan or something once you have the hair coming out of the back of your head.
Oh man, I should have been applied. Eh?
Look at this party in the back, bro.
100%.
Okay, when COVID is over, you gotta zip the sides. You gotta zip the sides and get a fucking jokes mullet.
Why? I could, man. I could have.
You could get a sick mullet right now because it would be fucking hilarious. Like, you gotta zip the sides and man, like I'm saying, you zip the sides and then you can like dye in like fucking pink and green checkered flags on the side and shit.
How long have you been thinking about this?
Because it's just what has to happen. Like, look at that fucking mop on him. Look at that fucking hair, man. I was thinking the other day, like coming out of the shower, when I was just appreciating the quality of my hairline at my advanced age, that I'm running out of time to do fun haircuts. Like, if I wanted to give myself a mohawk, like, I'm really like probably close to running out of time. No, you're not. Your hairline's not going anywhere. Like, look at this fucking shit.
It can't be more than another 5 or 6 years for me.
Well, you don't want to be a fucking 38-year-old with a fucking mohawk anyways, all right?
I might want to be that. Why do I not want to be that?
I don't think you want to be
I
like
might
that.
want to be. You never know. I got LOL written on my knee during calls.
Yeah, fair
Dude, if
enough.
you get a mohawk in your whatever your 40s, I will either be like
40. Enough with
38.
the 40s. Enough with the 40s.
It's coming,
So
bud. It's
close.
coming. You're
It's
kissing
so
it on the
close.
lips.
I want that midlife crisis mohawk.
That's what I was gonna say.
man.
Either Joey is doing this for like a troll, or he's going through something. So I see a sports car and a mohawk, and you'd be like, Joey's.
See him at the Corvette dealership with the mohawk.
You guys were in the same boat.
tripping.
You guys were in the same boat that I was in with the long hair. Like I was going to get my hair cut properly, barber, and growing it out because that's what I wanted to do. And your sister wanted me to do it too, Mike. So that's the reason I did it in the first place. She wanted me to grow my hair out of it. So I did it. I liked it. Are you guys in the same boat as me though? You know, you've had the long hair for some time now, and I don't know about you, Will, but Mike, you for sure had the buzz cut for a long time. Do you not miss the sort of simplicity of the buzz cut? Like,
Oh, it's fucking way easier.
have you ever you remember putting gel in a buzz cut? Like today or the other day, I was like on a conference call. I was on a
I just gotta
conference
do my
call.
hair quickly.
I was on a conference call yesterday.
I just have to basically just dump pop in my hair.
Oh, dude,
make
I
it
was,
feel
on,
like shit.
I was on a conference call yesterday with a few Hamilton City councilors. No big deal. And I was like, you know what?
I don't know, is it?
I'll put a little bit of gel in my hair. So I just put like this much, right? Just a little texture.
in a buzz cut.
Just a little
done.
flavor,
And
right?
it's done. It's finished. That's it. And I remember thinking.
Was it using this? Because I can't even see your hair at all. You could have a mohawk right now. I wouldn't even be able to
It was
tell.
a little lighter. It was a little earlier than this. It was a 5:30 call yesterday that I was on. And so like we're doing this call and I had it in there. I'm like, fuck, you know what? I miss this. You can put a little texture in your hair without getting a brush out, without having to wash it, without having to fucking dry it. Drying your hair when it's long is a
It's
nightmare.
a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Never done
it takes so fucking long.
Never done
mine
it.
takes forever.
Yeah,
I have to I don't just rock it wet and it just dries and looks fucking ridiculous.
I towel dry it as much as I can, and then
Yeah.
I just put the stuff in it, and then usually like by the time I finish my commute to work, I gotta like do a quick run through, and it's good for the day. But if that was the step in the process I could skip, I would do it 100%.
Was that a bit of spit up, Joe?
No, I just had a little burp. I don't know. I don't miss long hair at all. I kind of like the way short hair looks. I like the simplicity of the
Feels
shower.
amazing.
Yeah, shower, dry, it's finished. You do whatever, right? And also,
But if
on Zoom, like I don't have to worry about, oh, did Joey wash his hair today? Did Joey have a shower today? It looks the same no matter what I fucking do, right? It's great. I love it.
If I couldn't wear a hat, I would have to get a haircut and like always have it nice and trim. But if I'm not in work, if I'm not working, I just rock a hat almost all the time. And now this fucking COVID shit where I'm laid off, I'm rocking a hat always.
Yeah.
Constantly rocking a hat. So I don't even care right now. When I get my hair cut, it gets pretty fucking short. Like I cut it pretty short.
Yeah,
like
up.
over the ear, like yeah. She gets the clippers out usually.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna tell her when I go back because I do want a haircut. I'm gonna tell her to fucking like keep. I want like a hat cut because I want to wear a hat.
She's probably open.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't imagine.
I haven't even asked.
Longer.
This is all I gotta say is I said fuck the haircut. I'm buying a hat. That's why I bought a hat today.
Oh yeah, so that's what you spent your money on this week.
I bought a hat. I'm trying to think of what I've spent some money. Well, I went.
What is that hat?
golfing.
Is that a NASA hat?
CCM.
Oh, true. Fucking A, nice.
Yeah, that's another thing. So a couple of things happened to me fucking today. So this is how fucking jokes this is. So we're working right by Pro Hockey Life. Like we're a block away from it. So I was like, fuck, nice. I'll just stop there and get a hat. I wanted a hockey hat. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a hat. Go there. And I'm walking in. I see I pull into the parking lot, and I'm looking at the thing at the door, and I see the grate across. I'm like, oh fuck, it's closed. But I see a guy there in the window. I'm like, wow, what the fuck? And I just get out of the car, walk up. I'm like, hey, are you guys open or like what are you doing here? You just like security or what the fuck's going on? The guy's wearing like khakis and a dress shirt. I'm like, this is fucking weird at Hockey Life. And I'm like, I said, are you guys open? He's like, at 11. And I'm like, what? Like I
was he doing crowd control
on Fridays? I finished work at 11 on Fridays, so we left at 10 to 11. It's fucking 10:58. The guy legitimately made me wait 2 minutes, and then he manually opens the lock, like the gate. I'm like, you couldn't.
Was he on the inside or the outside?
He was on the inside.
Oh,
He didn't like it wasn't like 11 o'clock. The thing automatically opens like it's on a timer. He at 11 opens the gate and lets
he was
me
just
in. I'm like,
standing there looking at his watch, waiting for you to go.
Maybe stand outside for 2 minutes. I'm like, it's only fucking me here.
Hey, he's social distancing. He's taking care of his staff. There's a number of different.
The guy was one elbow on the wall. He's on his phone, and he legitimately fucking made me wait 2 minutes.
Same shit, man.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, just let me in the fucking store. Like, I'm not here to walk around. I'm here for a purpose. Let me buy a hat.
Yeah.
Dude's on the clock, man. He's not getting paid till 11, and you're not getting into 11.
I mean, I guess I get it because I'm like that too at work. I'm like, dude, we get there. Everyone is like,
Sir, can you help me find the camo hockey pants?
That would be a look.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I bought this hat, and then
was it a mesh bag?
Yeah, it's a mesh bag. That's the thing because I wanted a Bauer hat, but all they had was full back mesh bags.
You call them?
I don't like the look of the full back.
Trucker hats.
Is it trucker hat? Whatever it is.
Oh, I don't know. No, trucker
mesh with the snap, right?
That's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a trucker hat's kind of like it's like a Von
I think
Dutch.
it's like this.
Yeah, it sits like the crest or the front panel sits up high. I don't like it. Yeah. I hate it. You like it?
I don't know.
Yeah, just
no.
Like the J mean, like the fucking V brim.
Oh yeah,
when
the two sides are touching.
It's a fucking teepee right here, and you can't see eyes, and they're up to no good. And
you look like you're at a fucking Keith Urban show with your fucking power.
Like for a fact that later that night they're going to a skid bonfire. There's an RV or not an RV, just a tent trailer in the back. Like, I'm not even hating on that because I like going to those parties too. But
the tent trailer hasn't been put up in 5 years.
Yeah, I like going to those parties, but I don't like looking like I'm about to go to one of those parties.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
And 100% wearing a flannel in the middle of summer, like a flannel jacket.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, piece of buckwheat in their mouth.
Jeez, it's fucking full on. And a harmonica in their back pocket for some reason.
One of those Juggalo shows. I can't remember. It was one of you guys who were telling me about.
Oh, the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I fucking looked that up on YouTube the other day. I went down the rabbit hole. That was a mistake. I'll never do that again. That was really fucked up.
Those are some broken people.
Oh, fuck yeah.
People's the most generous interpretation of what's wrong with the souls of these humans. It's a complete disaster.
Imagine you had a kid and he was a juggalo. What would you do?
The only thing more crooked than the teeth are the intentions at those fucking gatherings. And it's all love, man. It's all love and Fago. Oh, it's all love and Fago. That's right. Yeah, they're shaking bottles of pop. I know. What the fuck is going on with that?
Did you see that one guy who got the fucking smiley face tattoo on his face, and now he's like in his late 30s, like you're about to be, Joe, and now he's regretting it, and he's got to get it removed, trying to get it fucking removed. He's like, oh man, I made some really bad decisions. It's like, oh, what gave that away? That weird smiley face you have tattooed on your face?
Clown paint tattooed on.
You gotta think to yourself when you get a tattoo.
That was for life, dog.
When you get a tattoo, you gotta think to yourself: is this gonna prevent me from, at the very least, becoming a Walmart greeter? And if the answer is yes, you can't get the tattoo. That's it.
That's a good checklist to go through.
Your options at that point are go to jail or like be some sort of like street performer.
Jail or carny.
Like that's something like busker. Like you're not getting a job.
SoundCloud.
No shit. SoundCloud, yeah.
Like actually, you have to be self-employed and you have to be like doing something entertainment-wise. Like you could just sit on. You could just if you just had like a solo podcast but video, people would watch it because they just think his face is fucked.
Oh fuck! Yeah, imagine you ordered a plumber and that guy showed up. You'd be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake! Can you send someone else?
Where's the clog?"
Yeah. He's not allowed. This man is not coming in my home.
He's not allowed.
Fuck no.
He's wearing a mask permanently. You cannot identify this man.
This guy can't fucking work on my toilet. Are you kidding me?
But he does look extremely happy. I don't know. He's so happy but so sad. I don't get it. It's so
really weird.
Ironic.
Like one of those
ironic.
The theater masks. That's all.
This is the most ironic plumber I've ever had.
You guys want to know what I spent my money on last week?
I would love to,
Joe.
I bought.
Hang on, let me get a beer.
Go ahead.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what I bought. Let me look it up here. Yep.
Oh, is it on the?
We got some stonks. I picked up some.
Forgot this was a financial podcast.
Oh my god, my list is fucking.
Financial and lifestyle.
My list is all out of whack.
It should be lifestyle and finance.
I bought some of that. I bought some more of that.
Pinch of finance.
I bought some more of that marijuana ETF, the life sciences ETF, HMMJ.
You did, eh?
For 7 and change, yeah, per share. I like that. Pretty good dividend. I think it's on the come up.
It's got a dividend, really.
Yeah, I think it's on the come up for the time being. Otherwise, I didn't spend money on anything. Though I will say that my future wife is out right now spending, I would imagine, a
pennies on the dollar, Joe, to make her smile.
Pretty hefty sum on a wedding dress down at Heirlooms. Is it Heirlooms in Dundas? I'm pretty sure it is, right?
Heirlooms, yeah.
Heirlooms, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got that tonight, and she's got
Skype wedding dress try-ons.
Yeah, the Zoom.
Shut the fuck up.
Zoom conference with.
Not even her friends' her bridal party.
Yeah, the bride's
their request. I was like,
yeah. And so she got that tonight.
But Joey's groomsmen are gonna be like, "Hey, Joe, let us see you try on suits."
What's in that show?
Fuck that.
So I said,
he's gonna be like, "Well, what am I putting on?" I guess.
It's funny. I was saying, my dad texted me just after you guys left, Mike, and I called him back, and we talked on the phone for like 40 minutes, and I was telling him that Ken's is at the wedding dress fitting, and he goes, "Oh yeah, good idea." He goes,
good idea. She should get a dress. You're right.
Well, you know what he said? He goes,
"She's just gonna wear a suit. It's not that kind of wedding, is it?"
He goes, your wedding date, whatever it is, June 12th or 10th or 20th, something like that. It's in June next year. He's like, you guys are really in prime territory there. I bet you could sell that date for $5,000.
Oh, selling wedding. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I have been on this train since COVID started with your sister.
Damn,
I've been saying,
not a bad
let's
call.
fucking sell that Saturday and move to the Friday of the same weekend. Let's get the $5,000. If they'll give us $5,000 or someone give us $5,000, let's fucking take it. And the reason my dad brought that up is because he started asking, what does the wedding cost you so far? And I was going like, I have no idea what it's cost us. I have like a rough estimate, but most of the money, like she takes it out of the joint account, and I don't think about it after that. That's the whole point of getting married, right? You trust the other person with the finances. And he says,
"That's it. That's the point of getting married."
Well, it's part.
That's the whole point.
Part of it. And
here's my money. Access to my cash. Just don't fuck this up.
So I said to my dad, that one of the reasons Kenzie's hesitant to sell the date, if we get that option, is because of the photographers. And I think I talked about the photographers in this show before. I don't remember what their names are, and I don't even really want to mention them because I don't want to put them on blast because they're going to eventually do my wedding. But he asked me what the photographers cost that were unwilling to budge unless the photographers can move. So let me ask you guys, okay? Neither of you guys are married, getting married, prospects getting married. It's not on your mind. And to be honest, this wasn't really on my mind either until a year ago or in December when Kenzie told me about the price of these guys. So they'll do an engagement shoot, a day of, first take shoot or something like that. The day of the wedding, they'll do like the full day, someone at our place when we get ready and someone at wherever Kenzie gets ready. And then they'll do the bridal party, all that stuff. They'll be there all day long. So probably like, I would guess physical in the same area as the wedding or wedding related stuff in the neighborhood of 20 hours, something like that. Plus whatever.
Man, they got a fucking racket going on, eh? Who the fuck knew you need so many goddamn pictures?
Plus whatever editing takes. Plus the fucking, file transfer and all that. It takes some time, I guess, but, I have a pretty good idea of that. It doesn't take as much time, like you said, as they're charging for. And so what would the price be for you guys where you'd say this is probably too much? What's the number?
Too much?
Yeah.
Like where you go,
I'll rephrase it. What would you expect to pay for something like that?
Like if they came back to me and said that number, I'd be like, no fucking way, man.
Well,
there's no fucking way.
What's the number?
It's so I know it's gonna be fucking a lot, way more than like I would ever want to pay or you'd ever think to pay for someone just taking fucking pictures. I want to say over $5,000.
Okay. Mike?
I was gonna say around 5, but I'll take $5,001, Bob.
5,001. Mike wins again. It's about $6,000. Yeah, it's about $6,000 photography.
Fucking undefeated. I can't be stopped.
Okay, so to put that,
but I have to go first.
So to put that in perspective, as far as like the wedding as a one item expense, the wedding hall, food, limo, all that shit, probably going to cost about $40,000 for about 250 people.
What a fucking steal, eh?
But it's really not that bad. That's like on I would guess like medium to low end, because once you get over, I think I've said this on the show before. I've definitely talked to you guys about this, just like shooting the shit. Once you get over 150 people, almost every like niche venue cuts you out of the picture. You can't use their venue because they don't have that kind of capacity. So you're limited to like banquet halls and stuff like that, which is fine. Like to me, it doesn't matter, and as long as Kenzie's happy, I don't really care what we do. But as a percentage of the cost of the wedding, you know, food for everyone, tables for everyone, dance floor, venue, hotel, breakfast the next day, all that shit, like everything the guests experience, about 40 grand. And then the photographers are 6,000 by themselves.
How many is there?
There's only 2 of them. They're married. It's this married couple.
And they're probably cleaning up.
Fuck.
I don't fucking. And like, and the best part is Kenzie. I haven't even seen this video because I haven't been able to figure out how to like get it working on my phone, or they didn't send it to me or whatever. But Kenzie booked them and paid them, I think like $4,000 or something like that, whatever the first down payment was, to like get them for that date. And they sent her this like video, and they're like, "Oh, Kenzie and Joey, so happy to be here for talk." I haven't seen the video, but I'm guessing this is what they're saying. You know where they were when they filmed the
template video?
No. Do you know where they were when they filmed the video? On a
mansion.
On a yoga retreat in Bali, India. Like, talk about, like, they're fucking making so much money. What are you guys doing this month? Oh, nothing. We're taking 2 months to go stretch on a beach on the other side of the world. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a joke, man.
By the way, you're paying for this right now.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's the worst fucking part.
And man, as lucrative as the photographers are you guys renting a dance floor?
No,
it's what I'm talking about?
It's inside. It's inside.
Okay, well, I used to work at a golf course, and you had to have a wedding there. If you wanted a dance floor, you could rent a dance floor.
You got it.
That's fucked,
buddy. They're around $7,000.
That's every outdoor wedding will has that though. Like we just
fucking dance floor.
I guess.
2 years ago, I sound we went to one. You gotta bring a floor in, and you have to get a tent. And it's not. It doesn't even stop there.
Amazing.
If you don't get the dance floor and the tent for a wedding, you can't get a liquor license, or you can't get insured.
What?
You can't. Yeah. So there's all these things cascade on one another, and you can't even have your fucking wedding. These guys are all. It's a racket. They're all working together. It's a fucking joke. Total.
That's so. I can't believe. So like for a day's worth of work, whatever the fuck, maybe 2 days, like a weekend, they're making $6,000.
Generous. Generous.
But like I don't fucking understand like how, because there's probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photographers. Yeah. They're like price fixing. Like that's got to be against the law. How can they not? There's definitely like someone out there that's willing to do it cheaper, you know. And people are probably just afraid to go cheaper.
I don't know,
because I feel like no one wants to go. Like if every single product. Like recently, I was gonna buy a waffle maker.
Yeah.
Every waffle maker, like on Amazon, is like $80 and above. And then there's
waffle
one
makers
that's like
price fixing.
No, because there's one that's like $30, and I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna buy the one that's $30 because that's sketchy. Why is that one so much cheaper than these $80 ones?
You buy it twice.
So, but I'm saying like photographers might be doing the same shit. Like they're probably all being like, all right, that guy's $8,000, I'm $8,000, I'm fucking $9,000, fuck it. And like they're all the same services. Where what you're telling me for $5,000 you wouldn't do that job for like $1,000 or $2 less? You wouldn't come out for a weekend and take fucking pictures?
It's insane. And like we you know, Kenzie and I are lucky. We don't really want for anything. We both make pretty good money. We don't worry about stuff. But man, I saw that number and I just thought this is really like, you know, my come to Jesus moment as far as weddings go. Like I have no input on the wedding. I don't really care. I'll be there on time and I'll have a suit and I'll have something ready to say.
I honestly fucking doubt you'll even be there on time.
I'll be there on time. But like that's about it, right? Like that's my contribution, and I don't want to get in her way.
Show up.
She's the creative of the two of us, right? But
Yeah.
This number, I saw that, I thought, man, that's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of fucking
and it's why you're doomed to pay it, because what you just said, she's the creative of the two of you.
Yeah.
You're paying it because she's going to want to pay. That's what she wants to pay for.
That's right.
You know what they say? Happy wife, happy life.
Bill Burr sighting.
Fucking
yeah. So weddings.
Should we go to the spreadsheet?
I'm down. Yeah, we might as well. Let's get there. Let's at least get there.
We're about maybe a little under 40 minutes in. I didn't look at the time we started, but we're a little.
We got about an hour to go.
So we got 4 things on the sheet today. We're going to talk about shopping malls post-COVID, Joe Rogan's move to Spotify.
Congratulations to them. That's huge.
The imaginary, as a fellow podcaster, congratulations.
We're colleagues.
You know, he's in our industry, so we can congratulate him.
Yeah.
Our next topic is imaginary drug dealing careers, which is.
I like that one. I was thinking about that.
I can't wait to hear more about that. And then finally, we have what professional services can you do yourself and save money on? So
I could do.
Oh, go ahead.
A few, but.
Okay.
What do you want to do? I'm down. I'll do it.
We'll do them in order. Let's start with the post-COVID shopping mall.
It's gonna be a fucking joke. It's just gonna be weird. There's gonna be like
what?
It's like a fucking 15-lane highway, huh?
The post-COVID.
We're just doing the sheet. We're just doing the sheet in order.
Actually
okay.
This week.
All right, so we're doing what? Okay, the post-COVID.
So I'll run them down. I'll run them down for you quick.
It only took 40 minutes to get there.
We got the COVID shopping mall, Rogan's move to Spotify, your drug dealing career, a hypothetical drug dealing career, of course, and what professional service can you do and save on?
Let's just run and do them in chronological order here.
Okay, the post-COVID shop. So it's 8:05 p.m. right now, Friday night. We got to finish this by 8:15, the latest. Okay, the post-COVID shopping mall. What I'm asking for here, since this is my topic, is what do you think?
This topic.
What do you think going to the mall is going to mean to somebody who is born today in 20 years? What are we talking about? Are we talking about...
What the fuck do you mean? Born today?
Yeah.
In the COVID age?
10 or 15
years. So a 20-year-old in 2040, what they're going to be like.
Without having knowledge of the pre-mall.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID days.
What is their experience going to be? Now I'll give you guys what I think, and maybe you can critique it. And
I know exactly what I'm going to say. Go for it.
I think when I think about Lime Ridge Mall, since it's the mall that's closest to me, it's
to your heart.
Man, it's a place where I cut my teeth growing up, man.
My favorite fucking mall. What you say? It's where you cut your teeth?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like, he got his chops there.
Where you fucking learned, man. Where you fucking learned. Like, you
cut
talk to
your
girls.
teeth?
Yeah, you talk to girls.
Yeah.
Never heard that in my life.
Yeah,
sounds fucking.
Oh, really?
Cut my teeth.
Where you cut your teeth. And
all right. Anyway,
that's we talked about MSN moves a little while ago. That's a place where you go. Are you going to the mall today? And the girl from another school. Oh my God, another school. Be like, yeah, I'll be there. Do you want me to come by your house first?
I see.
Your house is on a
mall
bus
rat.
Yeah.
So we had the driving part for that.
Yeah, we didn't have that. We
didn't have parks. We had malls.
We had the mall.
Fucking mall rat.
I had the mall. To wheel and deal, before I knew what wheeling really was, even though I was already kind of doing it, I had the mall and the basketball in my driveway, and that was it. So we used to go to the mall and fuck around and socialize and kind of get familiar with the things that you're going to be doing later in life, even if it's at kind of a basic level. I think the mall after this COVID thing is probably going to look something like these curbside pickups you see in a lot of places. And
I hope not, man.
So
I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but I think it's what it's going to look like. I think you're going to order a lot of your stuff online from a shopping center like Lime Ridge, and you're going to go to a parking spot in Lime Ridge Mall that coincides with your order number, and there's going to be a guy who works for the mall instead of the store. And he's going to be like, hey, you got to run order. You got one order here, 69420. And you got to pick that order up. and there's 3 stores. He's going to be in parking spot 8. And, you may, in your order for the mall, you indicate whether or not you want to try something on, and they book one of, 50 change room slots for you. And you go into a change room. There's another mall employee there who's assigned to the change rooms, or a couple of mall employees who are assigned to the change rooms. They help you with that, clean the change rooms, and get you different sizes.
Buddy, sounds like working at the mall is going to fucking suck.
Sounds like working at the mall is going to be about 10 guys deep.
You think 10 guys?
Well, you know what I mean? Like,
fucking running luggage and shit like that? No way.
There's probably at Lime Ridge Mall before this, there's probably 1,500 people employed there. I would guess. Something like that. And so I think after this, there's going to be 150, something like that. Because you're not going to have to clean the mall for pedestrian traffic. You're not going to have to clean the mall for the food court. You're not going to clean the mall for anything like that. I think what you're going to wind up with is like this curbside order service where, like I'm describing, you'll indicate whether or not you want to try something on. They'll book a room for you. You get 20 minutes or half an hour in the room, whatever the slot is, and guys will be running back and forth for you for that half an hour, getting you different sizes, whatever you want. And then at the end of the day, you just fucking swipe your card, swipe your phone, whatever, if you got Apple Pay, and you walk out with the shit. I think probably that's how it's going to look. And I think that for a couple reasons. One, because of the COVID thing and the virus spreading, right? There's something like how contagious it is. The other piece is it's cheaper for the retailers to rent much smaller spaces in the mall with just stock, as opposed to stock they have to showcase through foot traffic, right? And so that's easier for them, I think. And also a lot of people now, like we talk on this show every week for 31 weeks now, we've asked what we spent our money on. You know how many times we've spent money on something that we bought and tried on in person? Twice, maybe. 3
Maybe
times.
you guys. I go in way more than you guys.
But you barely go in.
I don't like going in.
You know what I mean? Like you don't go, and that's where we are now. So I don't think this is going to be. I don't think it's out of the question that this is going to completely disappear from expected behaviors for consumers.
Yeah, but if you think like what you're saying is like they have stuff ordered or they can try it on. So they like for example,
you'd have a change room dedicated to.
I understand. But what I'm saying is, I have to go. Say from my house to Lime Ridge Mall, that's like a 25-minute commute.
Yeah.
I go out there to try something on, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then what do? Just fucking take my lumps and go home? I'm gonna be pissed off. I do that a lot anyway with the mall, but the fact that I'm going in knowing what I want, and it's there, and I don't like it, and then you just gotta go. It's like fuck. Like I'd rather
You're doing it anyways. You're doing it anyways.
But I know, but I go in without an idea. I go in and browse. I don't go in and fucking know what my item is, try it on, doesn't fit, and then I just go home with fucking slim shoulders. Oh, bummer. Shucks.
Well, you wouldn't do that anyway. You'd just be like, oh, shitty.
Shucks.
Okay, I can tell you why that's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
So.
Get the crystal ball out. Help me out here.
First of all.
I hope you're right, by the way. I like going to the mall.
I hope you're right.
Okay, I got 2 scenarios. Neither of them are what you said.
Okay,
so first of all, what I think is actually going to happen. Everyone has a short-ass memory. Everyone can't wait to shop again. The mall is going to be back to normal in a year. In less than a year. It's going to go back exactly
all the golfers are going back.
Yeah, like there's going to be social distancing, whatever.
You got to get a tea time at the mall.
Once that's done, no. All that shit's going to all be gone. People right now would do it if they were allowed to do it. It's only people are going to do what the companies allow them to do. So as soon as restrictions get lifted, the companies aren't going to give a fuck about people. They're going to want to get the most amount of money out of like their storefront. So they're going to be like, fuck it. Restrictions are lifted. Everyone come back into the mall. And then people are going to be like, oh, we're allowed back in the mall. We're going to go back to the mall.
Okay.
I don't see it lasting beyond like the legal restrictions. And I don't see the legal restrictions lasting when the virus is gone. So I think that the most likely scenario for me is that the mall is going to go back exactly the way it was with 0 changes.
So I want to point out here after your first scenario, you're making some assumptions here that the virus will go. is the biggest assumption, that it'll disappear, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's the
or
biggest
like
one.
diminish into what we know as like the flu now, become like another flu.
I
Something
think
we
I
can
think
manage.
that's the ideal situation. Yeah. The
Yeah, and
question
that's
is
what's
how
gonna
long.
be.
The question is how long does it take for us? I say us. I don't think the three of us feel this way, but how long will it take for like broader society to equate the COVID virus with the flu? I don't know, and I don't want to get into that debate now because Will's got one more scenario, but it's something to think about anyways. Let's hear the second scenario. You got it.
Okay, the other scenario is already happening, but I think we're just going to be without malls because basically, like, let's say for like Aritzia, why would they be in a mall if you have to go online and pre-order anyways? Why wouldn't they just be like, we just order from our website? You know? Yeah, you don't get to try it on, but like, we're not going to rent a storefront for you to go try on something. We're just going to let you order it, and if you don't like it, just return it. You know, it doesn't make sense to have a mall full of stores that no one's going to go browsing in. So why would you even have a storefront that no one can enter? You're just using it as a distribution center.
Yeah, I have some pushback there. Mike, you go first.
Yeah, like, don't you think that, like what you just said, like, so is Aritzia doing that?
What?
Aritzia
they're just
has
like,
an online orders thing.
Yeah, so but they're pushing to not have like showcasing or like whatever.
No. What I'm saying in Joey's scenario, because Joey said that like in the mall in the future, you're just gonna have an Aritzia in a mall, but there's not gonna be people walking around. You're gonna order it from like the mall website, and someone's gonna go around and pick your shit from the store and then bring it out to you. I'm saying, why go through that if you're like Aritzia? Why pay for a storefront in a mall when like eventually I would just say they're just gonna be like, just order from our fucking website, man. UPS will bring it to your doorstep. You don't have to come to the mall to try it on.
Yeah, and the problem with that,
I've started writing shit down before I forget.
The problem with that in my head is if you go, fuck, man, you fucked my train of thought up. If you go in and fucking, like, you're using online as a convenience thing, right? Essentially, is it, to be like, if you're ordering something online, it's a convenience thing, right? It's very easy. Order from the fingertips from your own home.
But yeah, but if
it's
but
not
saying you're gonna have to order anyways online. You're gonna have to order.
And I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But however, so like, it's a convenience thing. People are gonna order online. It becomes very inconvenient for if the item that you order doesn't fit. Now you have to go back and return it and deal with all that bullshit. Sending it back, getting your money back, making sure that's inconvenient as fuck.
I think that's
that's
piece.
super annoying.
Yeah, I think that's one piece. That's one piece for sure.
That's true.
Okay, so the other thing I would say is this opens the door to stuff that I think is already going on now, and there's two parts to it. One is that curbside pickup is always faster than delivery, and if at the very least we agree that there's going to be a lot more people looking to get stuff shipped to their house, there's going to be delays on that. And one of the good examples of this recently is Adidas is doing their, seasonal sale, I should say. And they're having a hard time getting stuff out in the usual 2 or 3 days. They sent emails to all the account holders that ordered. I saw this on Reddit yesterday. There's up to right now a 15-day shipping delay on your stuff because they have to meet certain social distancing requirements in warehouses and decontamination standards in warehouses that they didn't have to meet before, but they have to meet them now, and the volume is much higher. I would guess much higher than usual. That's one piece. It's always faster, and it's probably a little easier to do it curbside. The second thing is, Will and Mike, we all, especially like into like your late 20s, early 30s, and after that, you probably know now. We've talked about this a few times on the show. You know now what fits you, what stores you like, and sort of what items are staples for you, whether it's plaid shirts, t-shirts, shorts, pants. You know your size, you know your fit in certain brands. Is it possible that as this situation develops, if it develops the way I think, as opposed to the way you guys are saying, if it develops this way, is it possible that malls start to cater to demographics? Like there's a mall near Dundas, for example, that caters mostly to the Reitmans, Sushi Share, boomer women's fashion crowd, for example.
Suji share.
And so you get a lot of women who are coming to that mall knowing that all the stuff they ordered is going to be available there. And so that's a demo mall, for example. And then at Lime Ridge, you might get like Abercrombie, A&F, or Abercrombie is A&F, Abercrombie, American Eagle, Aeropostale, Gap, like all that shit is in one spot. And so people who order that stuff are willing to drive just to know that they can get to try on anything they want, get the size they want, because they know the brand, and they're not going to go outside of, like, you know, even if the stuff you get doesn't fit you properly at the time you go, you're going to get something in that mall that works. The other thing is, and I'm sure we've all done this, when you go to a store and when you go to the mall and you're looking for something specific, even if you don't get exactly what you want the first try, you always leave with something. So as a retailer, you want people to invest time in coming to those physical centers, because then they feel like they have to take something home. And then it's a little bit of work if they decide later they want to come back. And so as a physical retailer, I'm saying physical retailer like it's old school, but if you were like one of these warehousers in the new normal, I fucking hate that term. If you're one of these guys and you could drag people to a physical center.
The NWO.
You know, well, whatever. And then you fucking, if you could drag people to a physical center and then make them put in more work, not only to say no to taking something they didn't love, but also to bring it back to you or send it back to you, I think those retailers would do it. I think that's part of the equation in malls, to be honest.
So you don't even want anyone to, but like, so you don't even want people to go through these malls at all. So what?
I don't think there's not going to be any foot traffic in that mall for people who are shopping.
So, okay. So first of all, I don't think you could even call it a mall anymore.
What should we call it? What do you want to call it?
I kind of like it now that you've explained it a bit.
Pickup shop.
I don't think you can call it a mall. It's like a distribution center.
A drop spot.
For retailers.
Basically.
Yeah. But I think that you would see it a lot. It would be a different form than the mall. They would definitely just demo all the malls, because who the fuck needs like 40,000 square feet of mall for no reason?
Much cheaper, man.
More hockey arenas.
Yeah. And then you could like, I think it's maybe a route that they would go down. Like if the fucking all the social distancing and shit gets out crazy out of hand, then maybe it is something they'd look into, so they don't have to ship as much. They just ship it like basically like Amazon Prime, but have you go pick it up at the warehouse as opposed to them shipping it the last step.
Exactly.
So yeah, maybe.
We're out of time, boys, on this topic.
We are.
I just had to get that in.
Oh my God, we fucking went long on that one.
I was gonna cut you off, but you guys are both going. So
Jesus Christ, do you want to add anything to that, Mike? Quickly.
Nope. We're out of time.
Seconds. Okay.
Next subject.
Let me get to the sheet here. Let's go back to the sheet.
Fired them off. We're getting strict over here at the 2W1B headquarters.
We gotta fucking try.
We gotta get through a fucking sheet.
Let's talk about our colleague Joe Rogan. Okay, so Joe Rogan, it's 8:21 right now.
Our colleague.
We'll go 15 minutes on this.
You probably hear this.
Joe Rogan moved to Spotify. Rogan
100 million.
Rogan as it stands.
Yeah.
100 million.
Okay, so Rogan as it stands is publishing on all platforms. He does much the same as we do.
Except for Spotify. No Spotify at all right now.
So that's a very important point. Doesn't put out on Spotify. And also he puts out not only his full show on YouTube, but also the hot spots, the snippets on YouTube. And no other platform has that. So Rogan moves to
I fuck with those, by the way, because like I don't want to listen to a full podcast, man. When I'm just sitting here like eating or something, I'm like, oh, just put on, like this is pretty interesting. Like,
when he gets a good guest,
idea.
Yeah, when he gets a good guest, you tune into the one segment, right? Like you guys talked about last week, I think, that vitamin D thing, right? And so I went to JRE on YouTube and I found the vitamin D thing. It was like 10 minutes long. I watched it. It was good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that content.
Because you'll have guests on there that know, like, I don't know, they obviously know a fuck ton of shit, but you have like one really interesting part that's like maybe 20 minutes long. I don't want to listen to 3.5 hours of them talk to hopefully get that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the 3 hours, it's a lot, which is like, I'm not saying it's bad. It just depends on who you are and what you're doing. Like, I don't have fucking 3 hours right now to just chill and bump a podcast. That's why it's like this one, even when it goes 2 hours, I'm like, shit. Like, it's
so
too
let me,
long. some people want more, some people want less. It's like, fuck.
Man, if Joe Rogan took that 3.5 hours and like every 20 minutes just bricked it into YouTube and it was this is what we talked about this 20 minutes, I would love that. But obviously they could never do that.
That's never gonna happen. But they just pick the best. It's a great idea.
So you guys know what Rogan got for his move to Spotify. One of you said it. So how much?
Well, no one knows.
100 mil. Well, it's like 100 mil. It's not 100%. Yeah, it's not 100%.
Well,
there's no way you put it
out. The number's about 100 mil. Whatever it is, it's about 100 million. So if I told you,
he deserves it. Fuck.
Okay. So let's dig down on this a bit. Rogan does, I think, a podcast at the very least
once a week, at least
every 2 days. It's every 2 days.
Yeah.
So he does about 4 episodes or 5 episodes a week. And he's got A-list every single guest he gets.
Yeah. Dude, he just had Tony Hawk. It was awesome.
I haven't watched Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
My only beef with Rogan is that he puts his D-list comic friends on there too often. And so
I don't care. I think that's kind of cool. I don't personally.
I do like how he does that too.
That's only my beef. That's only my beef.
I think that's a good thing because then I know as like a fan like you like that's definitely a beef that a lot of people probably have. But I think a lot of people, because he's like a comic at heart, like it's what he came up as. He wants to still be like a man of the people and like help out those people. You know,
I think he wants to be a man of the people, and also, you know, we don't have this problem because we're all friends. But you know, when I was doing the Oshiega podcast, especially with artists, you have to talk about what they are doing. And so if you're shoot shit with your buddies, you talk about whatever you want, and that's good content, right? Like we think it's good content. That's what we put out every week. So we fucking do that. And so I understand that. Now, let me ask you this. Is Joe Rogan, I can't remember if I sent you guys this. I hope I didn't. I sent this to a couple of buddies of mine. Joe Rogan, where does he rank on Spotify's biggest initial acquisition investments list in 2020?
Like what? Oh, so, okay.
How much other content? Go ahead.
Content or companies and shit too.
How many content producers has Spotify invested in 2020 that were worth more to them on the front end, the initial investment, than Rogan was? So Rogan will say was 100 million, for example.
That would be like artists, right? Like fucking music as well.
Think more like a YouTube channel kind of thing. Not that this is a YouTube channel I'm talking about, but think less about artists and more about like a content brand, like Rogan brand, right? So
was he
other brands that they got?
I thought I saw somewhere he was ranked second.
So Rogan pulled in about 100 million, and another guy that we probably all know, I know for sure because I listen to this guy a lot and I love to hate him as much as anyone. So the Ringer podcast network, are you guys familiar with this?
I've heard of it.
So this is Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons spent about 10.
Bill Simmons.
What's
this podcast called?
The Bill Simmons podcast. Used to be called the BS Report when he was working at ESPN, and ESPN basically said to him, you know, you can't keep attacking the NFL for their treatment of the Patriots. And he's famous for going on a fucking third-rate podcast and calling out Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, during the Tom Brady and Patriots Deflategate thing about the balls that didn't have enough air during a playoff game, and telling this host that
shit is so fucking funny to me. By the way, anyway.
He basically told this host on a syndicated show, like, you know, the problem with Roger Goodell, NFL commissioner, billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar ESPN investment. The problem with Roger Goodell is he doesn't have the testicular fortitude to fucking come out and say that he made a mistake about this. And so he'd rather just fucking take draft picks from the Patriots. Insane, right? This is insane. And so ESPN suspended him and then he quit. That was about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And he started the Ringer maybe a year after he was released from ESPN's roster. And the Ringer just sold to Spotify. So Rogan sold for about 100 million. How much do you figure Simmons went for? Simmons runs podcasts on stuff like The Bachelorette, They do a lot of pop culture stuff, Bachelor and Bachelorette. They do a lot of
People
sports
probably
stuff,
fucking
obviously.
eat that up. Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
I can't get enough of that shit.
I listen to a lot of Ringer podcasts, man. I've always been a Simmons fan. I fucking hate some of the things he thinks, but gets good guests. He's pretty thoughtful, I think, when he really buckles down and doesn't try and just like appeal to the crowds, and he actually speaks to sports fans. He's pretty thoughtful.
Does the stuff like what you just said, like I hate the stuff he thinks, does that necessarily breed less views? No, it breeds controversial views.
I think it breeds.
Like I would probably say honestly on this podcast, some of the things that I've said people have probably disagreed with, but this doesn't mean they're gonna not listen.
Once a week,
they're gonna fucking listen to fucking hate me, and that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Or to get fuel and shit.
It's fine. It is what it is. Like this is free.
So what do you think?
And it's free for him too. He's not paying to do. Like the initial investment is buying the equipment. Then you can say whatever the fuck you want.
So what do you think?
So
what do you think? So what do you think they paid? Spotify paid Rogan $100 million. What do you think they paid for the Ringer?
500 mil.
Yeah,
Mike.
Holy fuck! Do I do 501 million or no? I can't. I gotta go lower on this one. 250.
The number is between 2 and 250. Yeah, it's not out for sure.
Will, you fucking suck, bro.
And so, like, I think a lot of people.
One of these days, bud.
I think Rogan gets a lot more exposure for that deal because he's more popular.
Well, he's only one guy. Also,
yeah, he's kind of built that
he's the typical story, like I just started a podcast and now it's huge. Like
he's really built that empire.
He had push going in. He was like, it would be like Don Cherry, right? Don Cherry just got fired from Coach's Corner or whatever.
Yeah.
Starts his own podcast. Podcast probably trash.
Yeah.
But he probably, I bet you a bunch of people fucking listen to it.
So
it is pretty trash.
Let me ask you guys.
It's a senile guy just spitting nonsense.
It's him and his kid. It's him and his son.
Here's another question from another question from probably a decade ago. I don't know when Howard Stern went to Sirius, but I would guess it was like probably 2006.
He had a huge deal.
So
yeah, huge.
So
serious?
Considering inflation has been, somewhere in the neighborhood of between 2 and 4%, like real terms, as far as like dollar over dollar for consumers and retail in the last, 30, 40 years. Stern went from his show on, I think it was Fox maybe, who had his radio show for a long time. And then he went to Sirius and basically became synonymous with the brand. So Rogan goes for today's dollars, 100 million. Simmons and the Ringer go for today's dollars, 200 million or 210, whatever it was.
But because they're like a series of podcasts, though. That's why I like Joe Rogan's podcast, because it's like he's one podcast and they got paid 100 mil for it. Like they had a series of podcasts.
So
what do you think Jamie makes?
Oh, Jamie's got to be worth. Jamie's got to be worth 20 million now. So
you think?
For sure.
Yeah, man,
for sure.
He's fucking critical on that show.
Do you hear in the last 2 years listening to Rogan, like the guests are asking Jamie to pull shit up?
He's critical. He's
Jamie.
And he pipes in, and he's got good opinions. I like it when Jamie pipes in.
He's good.
Because he only pipes in on shit he knows about.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. He knows his role. So so all these things considered. Okay, we got about 5 more minutes on this topic. Rogan, 100 mil. Simmons between 200 and 250. 10 or 15 years ago, Howard Stern to Sirius. Huge. How much did Sirius pay Howard Stern? 15. Remember the dollars 15 years ago. How much did they pay him?
150 mil.
Mike.
I'm gonna say 80. 500
million.
Holy fuck!
So
that's serious. That's serious.
That number is fucking huge.
Yeah, that's a huge number. 500 million.
Fucking huge. And I'll tell you what else, man. You know who Howard Stern just got for 2 hours of uncensored content a month ago?
Donald Trump.
Everybody fucking wanted. Everybody wanted Tom Brady leaving the Patriots.
Fuck.
Got him for 2 hours. And he fucking that interview, I still haven't heard it, but it's apparently fucking awesome. It's apparently fucking awesome.
I can't believe that people would go to Howard Stern over other people because his name is like synonymous with like smut and shit.
It used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is anymore, but
he came with a fan base.
Yeah, that's right.
He had a fucking huge fan base.
What's the fan base worth, right? I don't know. The other part about this Rogan thing,
it's a lot of people.
It is. You're right. And the other part about this Rogan thing, like you're saying, like the fan base on YouTube, like we talked about the YouTube clips. So Rogan cannot put his full episodes on YouTube starting September 1st.
That's gonna hurt viewership. I think a lot of people are
Did you
gonna
see
cut
how
that
many?
out.
Do you see how many viewers like he had per month?
So much.
It's like 180 million, right?
It was like 190 mil.
Yeah.
I think it said.
Jesus Christ, man, that's crazy for a 3-hour show.
It's crazy
190
for a guy,
million people are tuning in.
It's crazy for a
It's
guy
amazing.
who really, like, as far as like a real world experience that qualifies him for that kind of conversation, his total is 0. He's a comic
what do you
and
mean?
player.
You think he has 0 real world experience?
No, I don't mean that. Now he's got tons. But when he started this thing in 2008, he started in 2008.
Yeah, but
he had sick guests back in the day, man. He had like
he just
Charlie Murphy, and like all his comic friends, right?
He knew people.
Yeah, exactly.
Brought him in and started to get good guests.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
He had like interesting guesses in the fact that they're
like what a model.
comics.
What a model.
And that,
but like
and,
that's the thing.
I respect that he keeps them on.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. That's
saying.
me
Like,
too.
Your beef with it, he has stayed true to that.
I don't love it, but some people do for sure, man. And so
fuck yeah. But like you want the, I know what you mean. Like you want the.
It's not that I don't love it. It's just that I don't listen, right? Like,
yeah. It's that podcast is not for you, and that's fine.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan anyways. Like honestly, the last one I listened to was that Elon Musk one, and before that, I don't even remember. I haven't even listened to a full run in so
Which
long.
Elon Musk? Is it the one where he goes, cool?
Cool, yeah. For like 2.5 hours.
Was that him or was that Will who said that?
Yeah, it was a recording. I don't know. He just like I don't personally like Joe Rogan himself.
That's fine.
So like I can't do like 2 hours or 3 hours of him and someone that I don't even know or like, and I'm listening to that recently, like in the mood to learn about like how my fucking brain works or like shit like that, physics and stuff. You know, it's like
I'm always into that, but I get why people aren't. For sure, it's a fucking weird one. Like, and I know what you mean. I'm in the same boat. I don't like fucking. I like obscure topics, sure, because I'm interested to learn about it. But I agree with you. Like, some I'm just like I'm not in the mood to like be completely focused on something. Like,
for 3 hours learning about something I have zero base knowledge on, and like trying to like kind of like jump into it. It's like
Mike,
what he's providing is an interesting lecture.
Mike, you gotta give the final comment.
Yeah.
You gotta give the final comment.
Congratulations, Joe Rogan, on 9 figures, bud.
Do you mean our colleague Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah, our colleague. I'll see you at work on Monday, Joe.
What do you think 2 whites and a blue is worth?
Right now, as an enterprise,
$17.
We should have,
We're 2 figures, easy.
We should have talked about
easily.
We should have talked about, maybe we will next week, the Call Her Daddy drama.
I hate that fucking shit.
We should have talked about that. That's been fucking heat. And I recommend everyone listen to the Token CEO podcast by Erica Nardini from Barstool. It's fucking good. She's smart as fuck, that girl. Fucking smart. Oh, yeah.
We got to get this podcast on Barstool. That would be fucking jokes.
We got to start our own fucking shit.
Yeah.
Our own network?
Fuck yeah.
Bar
All
bench.
right, fair enough.
Okay,
That's Will's ambition speaking. I like it.
Moving through the sheet. Next thing we got is we'll save the drug dealing careers for last.
Come on.
You want to go that next?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to it next. It's 8:36. We got to be finished by 8:51. Mike, go ahead. What's the topic here?
Okay, so what do you mean? Like, am I explaining everything?
Introduce it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, I was just said, like, I just said to the boys, I was like, okay, so if you were hypothetically to become a drug dealer, like you say, like you just fuck it, I'm gonna start selling drugs. What would be your drug of choice, and what type of drug dealer would you be? Like, would you be an aggressive drug dealer? The one who lays in the cut? What would you be? Like, what kind? You know what I'm saying?
What is the difference? Can you help us with the differences there?
Okay, what do you mean?
Okay, well,
You ever
you're
bought
obviously gonna have to
drugs
start.
before?
No, what? There's different types of
what do you
drug
mean?
dealers. You
No,
guys
I said,
obviously
what do you
haven't
mean? You've
bought
never
lots
bought
of drugs
drugs?
before.
I've
I've hung out with drug dealers buying drugs.
Okay.
And I've been sitting there like, certain ones are very clean cut, others are not.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I like. Sorry, this was. I thought you guys would understand the question a little better.
So
I understand fully. You want me to go? I can rip mine off.
Why don't we start? Will,
Sure.
you can start, but maybe start with like what drug would you sell and why, and then get into
that. I was gonna start with that too, but
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to start? Obviously, you
No, you
start.
go. You
thought
go.
of
Go
it.
ahead.
Maybe
go ahead,
Mike.
man.
Maybe Mike should start since it's his topic. He put it on the sheet.
Yeah, like, give us an example. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so if I were to start selling
Love that
drugs,
pencil
right?
in your hand, Mike. That pencil, that's prime content. We need that every week.
If I was to start selling drugs, like right now, like I just give up, fuck my career, I'm gonna start selling drugs. The stupid thing I think would be to start selling coke and crack. I think like those are the loud drugs. You make lots of money, but they're dumb. You attract tons of attention.
Yeah.
And the crowd you're dealing
your clientele.
MDMA, Molly, ecstasy,
okay.
whatever the fuck.
All right, okay.
If you start selling that, I don't actually, maybe not M. It can't be. I don't know if MDMA could be with the same as coke. But okay, so if you're just selling coke, for example, fuck M. You're just selling coke. That's a loud drug. Heroin, meth. Like the crowds you're dealing with are different. You have to be like, this is what I mean by the type of drug dealer. You have to be able to fucking put up with this type of person. Like you want to sell meth, you're dealing with meth heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw Breaking Bad.
And you're being watched by the cops. That's gonna be difficult to deal with. That's gonna be a hard day at work.
Tricky.
Right? Like, you got a meth head, like a fiend coming up to you.
Well, you got to strong arm him.
What if he? But good luck strong arming a meth head.
Oh, you never saw no crack.
You got to be intimidated. You got to have intimidation, is what I mean.
Good luck intimidating a meth head. They don't give a fuck. They want meth. They don't care about you. They'll kill to get that $10 to get one hit of
what
meth.
kind of drug would you sell then?
Lean.
You can't sell lean. It's a fucking mixed drink.
No, yeah, there's definitely.
What do you mean? It's cough. You sell the cough syrup.
But you gotta sell
codeine.
Codeine. But you need the promethazine too, right? Everyone knows this. It's 2 ingredients. You need the codeine, the promethazine.
So
yeah, he's got them both, bro.
Selling that.
We're just assuming you can get both.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how I'd acquire it.
Fuck, why not? Okay, sure.
I'm just saying. Right. No, all I'm saying. Look, I haven't really looked into it. I was just thinking of what I would sell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
lean or whatever the lean, cough syrup, codeine, and promethazine. Sure.
Okay.
I'll even throw in a fucking 12-pack of Sprite if you're lucky.
Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But I'm thinking
2 styrofoam cups.
Yeah, fuck yeah, some ice if you're lucky, man. But I'm thinking, and a gat to stir it with. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking because of like that's like the type of drug I would sell. It is popular, but you don't hear about like raids on codeine operations and shit.
No.
Like, I mean, maybe you do, but they're not those like what's the word? Like, they're not popular drugs. That's not the word I wanted to use, but
they're not fodder for a front page.
They're not publicized.
Yeah, they're just like, it's just like it is publicized. It's huge in hip hop, but it's not. Oh, big lean bust.
It's
on
not.
the
It's
fucking
not.
radio.
It's not.
Yeah.
For cops.
And the crowd you're selling to is like fucking just fucked up all the time.
Lean is lean not? I'm trying to think back to like 2004.
It's not a stimulant.
Is lean not what chopped and screwed comes from? Like it's like
fuck yeah.
Oh
hell yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So pretty sure
Fuck
it's
yeah.
like
Candy paint, grills, and
the
cough syrup.
The furthest thing, the swanging car.
They're chilling.
Yeah.
They're chilling.
There's no way
they're
that's allowed,
fiending, but they're chilling.
Okay.
There's no motivation behind that fiend. Yeah.
So
he just wants to get it, and
like
if he doesn't get it, he'll probably just die.
Lean
but
is
something.
A few rappers, right? I'm pretty sure. And
fuck yeah, a shit
Lil
ton.
Wayne had a stroke less than 10 years ago on a plane.
Tons of rappers died because you're not supposed to drink with it, so they all like get drunk and lean, and then you pass out and just don't wake up.
Drink after taking cough syrup?
If you can't mix codeine and alcohol, that's how tons of rappers died.
Who knew?
You know.
Man. The more you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, you fucking, I don't know, you do some risky shit. You intercept a shipment at Shoppers Drug Mart. You fucking take out that guy in the delivery truck, steal a couple boxes of codeine syrup.
This is to get the drug.
Yeah, well, that's part of the process.
So initially the appeal,
you got to find a plug.
Yeah, but the
footwork.
Okay, but guys, initially the appeal of this drug was that it wasn't loud, but now you're talking about killing a Shoppers Drug Mart stock.
I never said kill it. You just rob the truck. You got to do something initially.
Like, I mean,
if
that's
you don't
still
have
loud.
like a plug, like Will said, if you don't have a distributor, You got, and especially if you're new in the game, you got to fucking get in. You got to do some dirty shit.
I love the phrase "new in the game."
You got to do dirty shit. You want to get product, you got to do some fucking.
I didn't know we had to think
shit.
about the supply side on this. I'm thinking about distribution only, not supply.
Like, how much of a hassle would this be for me to get drugs? Like, I don't want to think about that.
Well, then you're fucking.
Yeah, I just thought that we had them.
No, well, fuck, it's got to be part of the whole plan. There's a plan.
My model's only really built on whether or not I can sell it.
That's like downloading Drug Lord and then just starting with like 100.
I love that game. I love
that game. Great game, but you start with 0. You got to start from the bottom.
That's a great
throwback. But you just buy drugs from. You got to just buy like upstream and then you sell downstream.
Yeah.
Well,
you're assuming we can't do that.
I already know.
You can do that, but you have to do some shit. You have to buy guns and shit in that game. You got to have protection. You're getting in dirty spots.
But I'm saying right now.
I'm not getting
right now. I would just go to a higher drug dealer, buy a bunch of his shit, and sell it down, and just do that. I wouldn't go robbing shit.
You just got to find a guy who's got volume, right?
How fast you want to make it to the top, man?
Yeah,
how fast you want to make it? I'm fucking all the way. If I'm selling drugs, I'm fucking head down.
So Mike, what's the I'm trying to set like some parameters around this question. So like, what's the biggest benefit to that, and what's the biggest knock on that?
What?
The drug of choice there that you've chosen. This lean.
What's the biggest benefit?
What's the benefit?
I have the most lax clientele ever.
Okay.
Little fucking police problem. The part from my plan is the initial. Actually, is getting the product. That would be the hardest part.
Acquisition is usually the toughest part for new drug dealers, I would guess.
Fuck, we want to sell drugs. Well, got to start off with a robbery.
Got to kill that shoppers guy first, and then go from there.
So I'd pick lean, and I guess I'll push Sprite as well. I'll just sell that at a boosted rate.
Right. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
2 Sprites for $5.
Will, what do you think? What's your drug of choice, and maybe give us some details of what your scalable. Has to be scalable operation, because Mike has given us.
I'm definitely going. I'm going prescription pills to middle-aged wives.
I was considering pills, bro.
I'm going prescription pills like Ambien and all that shit to like stay-at-home moms and shit. Xanax, all that shit.
Prozac.
Clientele, steady, has money, is never gonna kill you, is always gonna pay on time.
Yeah. Is never gonna kill you is such a great thing for clientele. You want clientele who are never gonna murder you. That's outstanding.
That was high on my list for this choosing. They don't have tattoos. They're not the cops aren't after them and shit. They're not like
they're just stressed out from their own problems.
Will says they don't have tattoos. He's the only guy on this chat with any tattoos.
I'm not a middle-aged woman though.
Not yet.
Yeah, things can change. 2020, bro. 2020. Will just became a they.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna go pills. I was thinking pills too, but
that's not a bad idea.
I just thought the acquisition part was a little harder with pills. I just know I could fuck up that guy in the Shoppers Drug Mart truck. I know I can take him.
Okay, so
why don't you just take the fucking Ambiens that are beside the promethazine?
Yeah.
Who knows? I got a fucking tip that there's tons of cough syrup.
You got the fucking layout for the truck?
I can never play Grand Theft Auto. People just start calling your cell phone for no reason. Hey, I got this tip. You want to buy this bunker underground and start selling guns? Oh yeah, that's a great way to make money. Next thing you know, I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay, so what?
Numbers calling me?
Random numbers. If you're on Grand Theft Auto, you're just hanging out, and then your phone.
So what's the
arms dealing?
What are the gaps for you? Well, what's the fucking the shortcoming in that business?
I mean, I guess acquisition. Also, I wasn't thinking about where to get the fucking Ambien and Xanax and shit, but I'm assuming that I could get that upstream somewhere. I just gotta get a healthy addiction myself. So then I'm going to be really fiending to find a dealer. And then once I find a dealer, I'll weed myself off it. And then I'll start going looking for clientele.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. You know?
I fucking love that. I love that. You got to put your fucking neck on the line.
And then you also know your clientele, you know? It's kind of like,
your product.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your product.
Done. Sold.
I think for me, I would sell 2 drugs. I would sell MDMA
and I
At
would
festivals.
no, not at festivals, and I would sell Adderall.
Oh,
Nice.
Adderall. Good.
Adderall,
Nice.
Fuck.
Adderall for
light.
sure. So much same as Will's theorizing there on his clientele. Adderall is
So he's
easy.
just hanging out at college.
Hanging out of college, hanging out in your professional life at bars and shit. Like, oh, I'm a fucking young up and comer. I
Hey,
need
this bar is great. You want to go home and study?
yeah. Or like you get a couple projects you got to deliver on, like it's some tight deliverables. Here you go.
Oh, so you go in like as a friend and be like, "Oh man, I heard you got a deadline coming.
I think
That
that'd
sucks,
be
bro.
I think
got
that'd
these
be the
pills,
easiest
though."
way. Also, I think all of us are high performers at the gym, and so I typically have 1 or 2 conversations a week with people who I haven't seen in a while or don't see that often about what I'm
Who might
up
want
to,
Adderall?
workouts. And I might say, like, you know what I'm doing at work? Like, I'm tired after work all the time, and I'm tired after working out all the time. But if I really need to get something done, here's what I use, and let me know if
You know if you need.
Exactly.
I do.
I
I think it would be easy to build up a clientele for Adderall.
Adderall's
Yeah, that's
I
a
think,
good. That's
I
a
think
good
that's
one.
I think it's a piece of cake. The NBA
Another easy one is steroids. I just thought of it right now.
steroids, I'm afraid,
True.
because there's some reliance.
Gearheads.
Nah, but there's some reliance there on the people who are taking the steroids, doing it right, and also doing the right stuff with it. So like,
Or you can get manslaughter and shit.
yeah, if you're
Yeah,
not
true. Yeah.
if you're not like lifting weights at all while you're doing steroids, then
Yeah.
people are gonna be
You're
like,
just
it
pushing
doesn't
it to
fucking work.
fucking Joe Blow.
Yeah,
He's
you know
just
what I mean?
fucking-
Like, it
just
doesn't-
getting
if you're
juiced and
you know
just
what I mean?
sitting on
Like,
his
like
ass.
if you're just pumping gas every day,
That'd be
you're not gonna
fucking
fucking
great.
get,
I would love to watch a fucking
know?
sitcom or
you're
like
not gonna
a
get fucking
reality
deezed.
TV show.
You're not gonna get fucking deezed fucking pumping gas at
Man,
7-Eleven.
That would be so good. They should do
What would
that.
happen? Would you just
Jacked
get
in
fat
90
as fuck?
days.
I don't know. And so like I was kind of half laughing to myself thinking about this, about the MDMA thing. The festivals, selling at a festival would be easy, but getting volume into a festival would be tough. And I know that from experience. Security pat-downs at festivals, even with a media pass, are fucking tight.
Huh.
And they're not going to let you in with a bunch of drugs. That's for sure.
Fucking,
The only thing,
you know what you gotta do.
Gotta pucker up, bud.
the only thing I think I like about selling MDMA would be that it'd be, I would guess, similar clientele to the Adderall, right? People who want to like work hard, play hard. I think you'd have
True.
a pretty easy time selling those together, right? They're both uppers. If you like one, you probably like the other and be hooked on it. Like I don't see.
Well, it's like, oh fuck, man, you studied all day. It's like,
yeah,
studied all day, man. And I crashed that night. It's like, oh yeah, you don't want to crash here, take this too.
That's right. It's not a tough sell.
If you do want to crash, I got a friend who sells lean.
Another buddy of mine, yeah. So all this shit, I think it probably works together. I don't know if it's none of us have tried these business models out, but I think probably
None of us even picked an illegal drug except for MDMA.
MDMA is the only one I think because it works with Adderall. You get to share the same clientele.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one. Is that
Was that time? Is that
On the
15 minutes?
nose.
Fuck, that was
pretty
good.
tight. Okay, last one. We got what professional services can you save on a quarantine to yourself? So I've been getting my haircut by Kenzie.
This wasn't even a quarantine question, by the way.
Well, it may as well be because we're all living in this fucking scenario now.
It did not originate. It did
Other
not
pro-
originate quarantine.
Other professional services. I can do all our home plumbing and have done all our home plumbing basically since we moved in. Installing toilets, clearing drains, clearing traps. I've done almost all that stuff since we moved in. Saved us probably more than $2,000 or $3,000. The next skill I'm going to learn, something we've talked about on this show before, will be killing raccoons. That's the next skill.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn killing and disposing raccoons. Yeah. And if
I think
the city,
disposal is where the
hears
skill
this-
comes in.
yeah, I got that Necro song we talked about a few weeks ago to fucking help me with that.
It's about raccoons.
If the city listens to this podcast and they want to fucking challenge me on that,
It's just a joke, City. We're doing
That's
a
right.
bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I think you're right though. There's a lot of shit we can learn on our own. Like even today, Mike was over at the house and Kenzie was telling him some of the gardening shit she did. She did edging and all that, like landscaping.
Pretty
Yeah.
easy. As long as you give it a little bit of time and you maybe watch a video on how it's done, pretty easy. Looks good.
You could do so much shit on YouTube videos now. That's exactly. But this did originate from my mom was painting something and she was saying she's a shitty painter, and I was like, yeah, but you're not that much shittier than like a professional painter compared to like someone who's like a shitty plumber to like a professional plumber. I think that like the gap is bigger in some professions and smaller in others. Like you could paint the inside of your house like I did this room and it's passable. I couldn't do the electricity in my house and make it passable and be like, fuck it, it's good enough. You know what I mean?
was something they can burn your house down.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like,
that's really the risk, right? Yeah.
And the paint's like someone comes in, it's like, who the fuck painted this piece of shit? This house is condemned.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's always some professions that you can save money in. And then my mom was saying how, like, my uncle, because of quarantine, he's either cutting his own hair or getting his hair cut at home. And he's like, he's in his 50s, and he's like, I'm never going to a barber again because it looks very much the same.
Yeah.
So he just totally cut out barbers now.
Well, we talked, I think, on this show about the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut, right? For men.
2 weeks.
I don't know.
You guys know this? Yeah, exactly.
2 weeks, bud.
That's right. It's about 2 weeks. So.
Oh yeah.
For a couple of weeks, you're fine.
100%.
Yeah.
Fucking hat on, kid. You'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, mine is what I gotta do soon, and I probably will do it. I'm gonna fucking change the brakes on my fucking car.
Oh,
yeah,
Go
that's
pads and
sure.
rotors.
Yeah,
I gotta.
that's
do
dope.
it.
I want to learn how to do that.
Easy.
Yeah,
Is
it's easy like to learn it, but it's a pain in the ass, but it's easy to do. Like easy enough. It'll take a fucking shitty guy about 8 hours to do, and what it'll take a fucking mechanic like 2 hours.
I hate being called a shitty guy.
A shitty guy.
We're all shitty guys that think we're shitty at. So,
But if you have the right tools and your brakes aren't fucked, they don't fuck you around like they're seized or something, you should be able to do it in a couple hours.
What are the tools you need? You probably need a
socket set.
torque
Yeah,
wrench.
you need a socket set. Yeah. You don't even need a torque wrench. You need some C clamps, and that's probably about it.
Yeah.
Maybe like a pry bar, like something like that, like a mini crowbar, just to fucking pop the rotors off. I don't know.
It definitely
It depends how
wouldn't
bad
hurt.
they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mine are going to be
I've done
fucking
mine.
bad because I know they're bad.
Your sister was saying after backing your car out of the driveway last week, Mike, that she's concerned for your safety.
I know they're fucking bad, buddy. They're fucking.
At
rotors
least they're
are down,
still
the pads
making
are
that
down.
noise.
Yeah,
At least they're still
exactly.
making that noise. My old Acura, it got to the point where those just snapped off even, and it was just grinding.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Like I gotta do a lot of work on my car within the next like 3 weeks. Easily $2,000, maybe $1,500 if I do the brakes.
That's not
Save
that
yourself
much.
like
though. That's
$500
not
bucks.
bad. That's not
Give
bad.
yourself like $500 just doing the brakes.
So where do you get the parts for it? You get them on like you get them at Princess Auto or you
Maybe
get
I'm probably gonna order mine online. To be honest with you,
I
I think I'm
went
gonna go high
for-
end on that.
you have to, I think.
For brake pads. I don't know. I wouldn't go high end the
I'm
brake
going
pads.
rotors too. Performance, I guess.
He's got
High-end
the German automobile though, Will. The
Yeah.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
it needs good parts. It does need good parts.
Mhm. Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
depending-
problem with foreign cars, man. Like they're reliable, but you need to spend money on parts. It's the shitty part.
I'm sure, like, I would say, like, look at the difference between, like, the lower end and the higher end. If it's, like, a couple $100, then holy fuck, man, that's an easy decision. For me, at least.
Yeah.
They don't make, like, super shitty car parts that are just, like, your brakes aren't going to go in, like, a couple weeks because you bought the shittier brake pad.
No, but you're gonna know. It's more so. I honestly don't know. Like fucking, I'm not a huge car guy, so I don't really know. I'm just more like, I might as well just get the good ones and just avoid the bad problems. And it's like I'm saving money just by doing it myself anyway. So I like what we talked about earlier on a bunch of episodes ago. It's like, well, I'm saving money. I might as well spend it. Just get fucking better parts.
Do you guys know like I think this is the thing with new cars too, but there's like when you put new brakes on, you're supposed to like not drive a certain number of kilometers per hour until you've gone around your block a few times, and then
Did you say
retighten.
plumbers per hour.
No, kilometers per hour.
I hope not.
You're supposed to like drive around your block a few times under a certain km per hour, and then tighten them again
or like sort of whatever the brake mechanism is, like refix them and then go at a higher speed after that. I wonder if people know that stuff. Like, I don't know if that's like a common thing that people look at when they're doing brakes. I've never done them, but everyone I feel like brakes like kind of has like these different pieces of advice. Yeah, like I think no matter who you talk to,
hurt to do it.
Yeah, probably.
I just think that that's the kind of shit where like you'd ask 50% of people, they say yeah, do it. You ask the other 50%, they say no, it's not worth it. You know?
Yeah.
Like I've never done that. When I did my brakes, I've never done that. And
so you've done your own brakes before?
Yeah, a couple times. And I've never done that. And like, but I'm pretty sure I've also gotten them done in the shop, and they've never told me to do that after like getting them done in the shop. But honestly, just go and just get the part that is like from the factory. You know, you don't need to buy like if you're worried about getting shitty quality stuff, just go to the manufacturer.
The Amazon factory.
You can. I got Toyota parts off Amazon. You just type in the manufacturing part number, and then it should come up if it's on Amazon. And if it's not, you can order it right on their website. That way you get like the part that came with your car.
I should try this on the Volvo. I wish I tried on the Volkswagen before it fucking bit the dust, but I do want to start learning how to do that stuff, because I think like between oil changes and brakes and rotors and all this other stuff, like you probably save yourself $500-600 a year.
Probably more
over the life of the car, right? Like quite a bit.
Fuck yeah! I had my air conditioning was fucked. Like when my truck in the first couple months, it would only go on max or nothing.
That's what mine's going on right now. That's happening to me.
It max or nothing. Yeah, it was a capacitor burned out, and I ordered the parts on Amazon, and then I just did it at work. An electrical engineer came out with me, and he's like, oh, this wire, and then I just did it, and it was fucking easy as fuck. It cost like $100 for the parts, and then it was just mint. It's been good to go ever since.
That is one of the best parts about working in a situation like that. I've had guys come out and help me with my car a couple times too. Blue collar guys who are much better under the hood of a car than I will ever be, just from their own experience with cars, and also like their kind of educational background. They know what they're looking at when they see something, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's one thing for me to watch a YouTube video, but for them to see it, it's, you know, they're really keen on what they're looking at, and they've probably seen their own cars and done this stuff on their own time. It's great.
Oh yeah, well, because they're interested in it, right, for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's fuck. You know, I joked about a lean 2 hours before we started, but we're fucking getting pretty close now.
Let's do it. Let's end it.
So we'll end it here, but we'll tease for next week. Next week, we're going to talk about our fake stock portfolios.
I want more time on this.
Which we started today. So we got Best Broker on our phones, and Will still hasn't added us to his friends list because he's, you know,
busy.
He's very busy at home, unemployed. But maybe when he's got his job back again, he'll add us back to his friends list, and we can.
Maybe. Is that what you guys keep sending those links to the group? That's
yes. Yes.
I didn't buy anything, so it doesn't matter. Relax.
But we want to be friends.
Today was day one, friend.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything today. I didn't like what I saw.
I bought a few things.
25,000 imaginary dollars. You didn't like anything?
Nope, not yet.
I bought a few things.
It's not real money.
Yeah,
a couple things without any fucking research at all.
I will say that it looks like this app doesn't do almost any ETFs.
It does or doesn't?
Doesn't. So you're gonna have to pick stocks on this app.
Oh, I'm going stocks. I am going.
I think that was the point.
It's fun. I always have some ETFs in my portfolio just because it's like a substitute for cash.
Joe, this is not your real money.
I know. Oh, I know.
It's time to risk it for the biscuit, bud.
Buddy, I was on TradingView this morning, 6 a.m. fucking writing down the names.
Yeah, see, I'm fucking not doing. I'm gonna get smoked, or I'm just gonna get lucky and dumb you guys become
with some indicators. I got a custom.
Oh, you're gonna trade? I've been ripping TradingView too, but I'm not trading, man. I'm not gonna fucking swing trade and shit. I'm gonna buy stocks that
I'm not gonna trade. I'll buy and hold probably, but every like 2 weeks or a week or so, I'll reevaluate and see what I can sell and move into.
All right, well, we'll see who crushes it then.
God bless.
We'll see whose strategy works.
God bless. We'll see you guys next week. We have a question. We need to do the question.
Next week. We need more information on that question.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah, any more
listening, your
information.
question was vague.
Ben, we need more info on the question, buddy. Hopefully you hear this podcast on Monday or Tuesday and you can fucking feed us some more info. And send a fucking voice note in. Like, how do you listen to the podcast every week and not send a voice note in? Come on, man.
How?
Give me a fucking break.
That goes for everyone, actually.
Everybody should be sending fucking voice notes in.
We want fucking answers.
And you're off work. We can see the plays going up, but no one's fucking sending us notes. It's unacceptable.
No one has
The
any
plays
problems.
are going down. All right.
Actually, we've leveled out last couple of weeks. But anyway, okay. God bless.
I'm out of here.
See you next time.
See you, boys.
Peace.